You are about to learn a few simple steps that you can take to be sure that every one of your students has access to your course. These steps will also help to assure that we are compliant with federal regulations. But more important, it will help all students have a better learning experience in your class. Jesus said to his disciples, "Go back and report to John what you have seen and heard. The blind receive sight, the deaf hear." We may not be able to do that, but we can help deaf and hard of hearing students be successful in online learning. And we can help those with visual impairments be successful in online learning.
A computer lab, a Braille note taker, a Braille display, a screen with very large letters, a man with glasses leans close to a screen, a hand signs, a headset mic.
People with sensory impairment are affected in the way they use vision, hearing, or touch.
I found that computers opened up a whole new world. Get a lot of stuff in Braille. What I can do is I can use my screen reader to get into a different program. I can type something up just regularly on the computer, hit 3 buttons, and it will be in Braille right in front of me.
Let's help the visually impaired first in just 4 easy steps. 1. Structure your page with headings. 2. Make a list. 3. Take care of your pictures. And 4. Make sure you have your links covered. Let's look at number 1, structure your page with headings. Whether you're using Word, Google Docs, or even Sakai Editor, you're only 1 button away from using headings to structure your information. The headings are not used just for consistent appearance, but actually allows a program called a screen reader to properly organize the reading of the page and also provide a summary page based on the headings. This page is using heading 2 and heading 3 to organize the structure of the page. It also controls the size and appearance of the page. The page has a good appearance, is well structured, and will create a correct outline for the summary page for the screen reader. The next thing you can do is always make lists. And this means no more tabs and numbers. Instead, use the numbers and bullets buttons at the top right corner. If you already have a list, just highlight it and click on the number button. Once you have a list, you can right-click on the numbers or letters and select Number List Properties. This will give you a list of which kind of numbers you want to use, Roman numerals, alphabetic, or decimal numbers. It's your choice. Creating lists is not just for the appearance. Creating a list allows the screen reader to notify the user that they are entering a list and how it is going to be read. This avoids confusion of simply hearing numbers in the middle of text. Now let's take a look at how to take care of your pictures. Whenever a screen reader encounters an image on a page, it doesn't know what to say. We can help the screen reader by providing text by using alternative text for the image. To do this in the Sakai Editor window, highlight the image, click on the image icon in the menu bar. When the Image Properties box opens, type in the text in the alternative text box. Make sure to use a description that will inform the reader, such as Section 508.gov website graphic, instead of a word like banner. Then click OK. Now the screen reader will know what to say when it encounters the image. Now let's see how to make sure you have your links covered. First of all, do not use repetitive links like click here. The screen reader creates a summary page of all links on the page. In this case, the user is going to be presented with a summary page of a list of click here links, which will be useless. Which link do you think is better? Try to imagine listening to a screen reader say https://drive.google.com/a/apu. Well, you get the point. That would be very difficult to understand. Now, compare that to, please read this article. Students with disabilities can be left behind. That link would be perfectly understandable. When you create a link in Word, Google Docs, or Sakai, you can indicate what text you want to show and the link and where it goes. Remember, no raw links. After you create a link to an external source in Lessons in Sakai, go back and click the Edit button so you can rename the raw link to a better description. Finally, you may create several links that may end up looking and sounding like the same thing. In this case, we have a subpage for directions, a link to the assignment tool to submit the assignment, and a link to a forum to discuss the assignment. Unfortunately, all three of these things have been named Assignment 1. For each of these, you need to click the Edit button and rename the link to be more descriptive. Now the user will know from the screen reader what the link is going to. It turns out that by following these 4 easy steps, you can not only help students with visual impairments, but also create a better functionally visual environment for all of your students. Thank you for caring enough to make the online presentation of your course a welcoming place for all students.